And welcome back. We have been joined on set for our second segment this morning, which is a conversation with members of the Belize Police Department as we discuss Police Week 2019. Joining us is Inspector Elroy Carcamo. Good morning.
Good morning.
He's a representative, of the Community Policing Unit, correct? Is it unit?
The officer in charge of community policing for Belize District.
All right. There we go. We also have Corporal Aaron Ferguson, who is also a representative of the Media Relations Unit or the Police Public Relations Office.
Yeah.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Pleasant good morning.
Good morning.
We kicked off Police Week yesterday with a mass. I would want to think it's a mass of Thanksgiving at the Divine Mercy Church in Belize City.
That's right.
What are we looking at in terms of perhaps activities for the remainder of the week and the continued involvement of the police department in community affairs?
Well, first of all, as we all realize that the police department is a very huge department, and we must set aside a week for our police officers to showcase what they are doing and also to show appreciation for them and the work that we do along with the community itself. And this year's 2019 Police Week is celebrated under the theme Police and Community Working Together for a Safer Belize. We started that out yesterday at our church service, which happened at Divine Mercy's Church, where we had senior officers from Eastern Division, which is Belize District, and from Police Headquarters, Belmopan, led by the Commissioner of Police, who attended that mass, which was a very nice and warm opening mass for us police officers to show that we are God-fearing, a God-fearing department, and that we bring into our lives that spirituality that we know we need to go there and work with our people and have that assistance. Police Week has been around from as far as the early 1990s, and from since then we have been celebrating it, not every year, but we celebrate it as much as we can. And this week or this year, it is supposed to be a very exciting one, as we started off yesterday with the church service, and today we are at different radio stations and TV stations across the whole country.
Yes.
I must say that the church service wasn't only in Belize District, but the church service was across the country. All different formations attended. Also, we will have today is Community Upliftment Day. So different police officers and community members from different sectors within Belize City will be in different communities assisting, cleaning up bush lots and assisting the elderly, cleaning their homes, and see how we can more build that rapport and that working relationship with our community. On Tuesday, it is more that educational part where we go into the schools, looking at police as a career and educating our students, the educational sector on what we do as police officers. So we will be going into the schools. I know that some of the schools are having exams, some are having reviews. So we had to work out that schedule to see how we will go there and do our presentations during that tomorrow on Tuesday. On Wednesday is a very big day for us. It is our open day, information day. And I'm inviting the public to come out at two crucial areas within Belize City. We have Raccoon Street Police Station, which we will have a open day setting there, and at Queen Street Police Station from 9 in the morning until 2.
And what is that, a tour of the police
that
office?
Will be, what we have is that because our team talks about the police and the community working in partnership, we have invited different agencies to come in along with the police officers. So we'll be exhibiting what we do as police, the different offices that we have, the Domestic Violence Unit, Traffic Section, Community Policing. We will also have K9 that will be there to do presentation. But beside that, we have Ministry of Health, HECOPAB. We have some different agencies that will be there, Customs that will be there, that will be assisting us to showcase what they have, fire department. And all of this is to show that working relationship, but at the same time to sensitize the community in the work that we do. Of importance, on that same Wednesday, we will be having the launching or the opening of the first police daycare center for police officers.
I love this idea,
Right? And that will be 2 p.m. at Raccoon Street Police
So what
Station.
does that mean? Is it a daycare operated by police officers or for police officers?
It is for police officers, and to go deeper into it,
Yeah.
I will not do, because that's a surprise, and that is something that we want people to come out and be a part of it. So on that day of the opening, they will go more in depth as to what the daycare center is about and how it is going to be run, and the sponsorship and everything. So if you notice, I did not make mention of the name, right? So we will definitely, there is a name for the center already and a logo. And
but it will definitely be for the families or for the young children, of police officers.
As we know, police officers work different shift and so forth. And there are times when, yes, some of them are paying their babysitter, but there are times when the babysitter cannot make it and things. And we have the center there, and they are working out the logistics on how that is going.
Let me ask you guys a question.
There's a peace of mind that comes knowing your children are cared for properly.
Let me ask you guys a question. How do you go into a celebration of Police Week in light of some of the challenges that you're facing as officers, either on a personal or a collective note as men and women of law enforcement?
I believe that based on, and this is me personally, based on knowing that we are, as an officer, you are doing good for your community. Nothing is not perfect. We have strives and struggles, but we have to look at the bigger picture. And at the end of the day, whilst we are facing these challenges, there is always, when you look at Police Week, when you look at, there is something there for you to celebrate about. There is always that extra gift that you have, or feeling that you have to want to do more, because it is not that you are just wanting to do more, but no one is recognizing you or seeing what you are doing or assisting you to do better. So I think that as police officers, we can see the working relationship that is happening, and because of that, we continue to go for it. And going into Police Week, we are very much excited about it, because it also helps us to build that relationship with our community.
Inspector Carcamo and Corporal Ferguson, you are both placed in departments that interface directly with the public, whether through the media, and of course I know you are stationed at your community center and you all have direct contact with children and entire families as well. You know very well that it is a struggle to maintain a positive perception of the police department, especially in the Belize district. And I want to ask, what is it like for you to be the part of the department who you're essentially tasked with correcting whether they're misperceptions or clarifying misbehavior that has taken place within the department? It has to be a tough task.
Yeah, it's a good question.
Certainly it's a challenge. It's a challenge, but at the end of the day, we need to look at it from both ways. And we need to remember and recognize our objectives as a department. And truly, when certain things happen, the public needs to know what, if it is not in depth, but what it is that you are doing to try to rectify what have happened, or to let them have an understanding. Because a lot of times the public would say, you know what, this and this and this is happening. But because of lack of knowledge of procedures and lack of what the law says, they come up with that decision. And it is up to us as the community policing officers, the public relation, the department itself, to go for it and, you know, sensitize, because everyone will always have their own views. But we need to sensitize and ensure that when we sensitize, we are on the correct and right path when we do so.
And for you, Corporal Ferguson?
Yeah, pleasant good morning. I would like to say, going into Police Week, this is an opportune time for us to actually, I would call it court. You know, I am definitely courting of the community, not in that way as to try to wow the other partner in marriage or what have you, but this is an opportune time for us as a Belize Police Department to go out there and spread the news that we have as it relates to the positive initiative within the Belize Police Department. You know, it's you know, disheartening listening to the news and the things that are happening around us. But like I said again, this week is celebrate as Police Week, but not only for the celebration of the police, but this week we share with the community, as the team said, the police department and the community working in partnership for a safer Belize. And you know, it's not an easy task. It's definitely a tedious tasking of the Belize Police Department, but as from the Public Relations Office, we try to do our best as it relates to sensitizing the community and bridging the gap. You know, the myth out there that you know, there's a lot to say about the police as it relates on social media, but we try to bridge that, and it feels very good when you know, I have the opportunity to either play something on the public relation page or even go on the television and you know, just put out the positive of the Belize Police Department. Whilst there may be one or two negative happening, there are so many more positive things happening within the Belize Police Department that are bridging the gap between the police and the community. You know, but you know, the naysayers will go out and try to publicize the negative as much as possible. So what we from the Public Relations Office do is basically go out there and try to counteract. And it has been working. Majority of the Belizean populace are law-abiding citizens, and they want to see that crime reduce. And it is, again, like what I said, not easy, but rather it's something that can be done, definitely.
And it's such a crucial symbiotic relationship. You know, the people need the police need the people.
Yeah.
And you know, sometimes I think it feels like a love-hate relationship as well. You know, you call people the naysayers. I tend to have a different opinion. By human nature, we tend to focus more on or dwell more on negative than we do on positives. If you leave this presentation and 10 people tell you did great and one person said something bad, that'll be the one you remember for the rest of your day, naturally. And so when we see police representatives doing something that they shouldn't or failing to perform a job, that's really all we remember. And unfortunately not the mentorship program, the sewing program, the basketball program, and the community policing and all the other work that you do as well. When you go out and you meet people directly, there's one thing you know for sure. Even if you hate or you're fearful or you have mistrust, if something goes wrong in your household, you'll call the police. Because that's the job that you do. That's what we expect from you. How do you build that relationship? Not just from the community policing department, but with each individual police representative, that when they're in the public, they realize they have a responsibility to work on building relationships. How do you keep that message vibrant?
First, you have to build trust. If you don't have trust, then you don't have that relationship building. You know, because of the negatives that are out there, you must build trust with one. You know, so that must be gazetted first. And once you manage to build that trust, it can readily, you know, move forward. Because with information, 99% of the information received from the within the Belize department definitely comes from the community, and if you cannot build that trust, then definitely we cannot solve crime, we cannot move forward. So once trust is built, then definitely we can move forward as a department. And like what I said, it's never that easy because of probably the situations that a person's been with before of the police department. We then have to go in and see if we can do damage control for most part of it. But it is something that can be ascertained, and definitely we're working on building those trusts, and it has been working so far, so good for us.
Looking from in-house, I think that the Belize Police Department has been doing a lot more than before when it comes to dealing or assisting our officers to have that professionalism and dealing with customer care. I must say that our commissioner is a no-nonsense commissioner, and he jumps on things very quickly. Some would say that he no sleep. I don't know how he does it, but he is always there. He's always monitoring. But what we have noticed that if you notice, we do a lot of briefing now with our police officers, especially before they go on tours, and that is one of the things that is sounded and reminded and sent to them every time, that we must be professional. We must understand the people that we're dealing with are our own people, because our own people we're dealing with, and we must do so in a professional manner. We also have trainings, customer care trainings that are being done. We have our in-service training that is done every Thursday, different levels and different areas, and it doesn't only touch on customer care, but it touches on all different aspects, because in order for you to be professional, act professional, and do professional work, you need to know what you are doing, and you need to know it, be rounded in that field. So our department is working closely and strongly in order to develop that. And all police officers, from my end, all police officers are community policing officers, because no police officer cannot tell me they are doing their work and have not come in contact with any community members.
That is the truth.
Yeah.
Yes.
By nature, a police officer is a community
policing officer.
Community worker.
Community worker, that's right. So let's talk a bit more about the celebrations. The open day is key because people get to see a bit of the work that you're doing in your partner agencies. We really are interested in hearing more about the daycare, but we'll wait till the launch.
Well, on Thursday is one of the, what we would call one of the celebration days of the police week. It is where officers are being awarded for different categories. And we have 138 awards that will be given out on Thursday at the National Police Training Academy at 9 a.m.
Okay.
And we are looking at officers for long service medal who have completed 18 years and have not been on any disciplinary charge within that time.
Exemplary,
So we will have officers that will
has to be extremely exemplary.
Exemplary, that's
right. We have officers that will be awarded for that. We have officers that will be awarded for 25 years, 30 years, meritorious award, and distinguished medal awards. All of this will be happening at the National Police Training Academy on Thursday morning, and it is something that our officers look forward to. And people go out there and enjoy that view, right? That those that are invited to participate and be a part of it. So also we will be having our sports day. Remember, it's a community. Community and police participating together. So we will be having sports day, and this will be happening across the country, but in Belize City itself, our sports day will be held at Yarborough Greenfield.
Okay.
Commencing from 6 in the morning, where we'll have a little health run.
Yeah. They're going to be racing you, Corporal Ferguson? Because
well,
that's a tough fight.
It is not a race, but if they would be racing me, I guess I will be coming in at the last place.
We'll have a little health run for the officers and the community to come together and enjoy themselves. Thereafter, we'll have dominoes competition, basketball, volleyball, football. In conclusion, we'll have a little, I won't call it obstacle, but a little tournament where we have the officers participating in different categories, but as a team, along with the community, to see who will come in first in that. And it is more to get together, get to know each other, and enjoy, because it's not every time that you want to sit behind the desk or be out there patrolling and things like that. You need to enjoy,
free up a little bit.
And on the final day, which will be Saturday the 29th, and I'm inviting the community to come out. In Belize City, we will be having our General Police Parade. That will start on Cemetery Road between the two gas stations, and it will go down Orange Street onto Albert Street, then left into King Street, Regent Street, across the bridge, and end at Queen Street Police Station. But this is a very unique parade for us, right? Our uniform parade is more geared at showing that discipline of the department. But this year, we are having the different units showcasing their talents and their things. So you have the K9 doing their show in the parade. You will have the GSU out there, the MIT technical unit out there, that they will be doing their different displays along the road within the parade. We also have community policing that will be out there showcasing not only the police officers from community policing, but our cadets, our youth mentorship, our mentees will be out there with us. So we'll be getting other community members to participate with us during this parade. The parade commences at 11 a.m. It is going to be done in such a way that we have the Guard of Honor, the color party. We will have the senior officers to the front, followed by our NCOs, which will be sergeants and corporals. Then we will have the female section and the male section of the police department. So it will be something that is very much interesting, and for us to go there and celebrate the closing of Police Week, but not looking at it as the closing, but looking at what all we have accomplished as the Belize Police Department and the country of Belize, the community working together with the police.
Perfect.
Nice. All right, so we got the full schedule, and of course the yellow ribbon is going to be worn by all the police officers?
For the entire week,
we're going to wear it the entire week, and like what is mentioned, Police Week is being held across the country.
Nice.
So We invite persons to visit their police stations or listen to the talk shows to see how they can get involved to participate within the activities that will be held within their area of the country.
Right. Well, thank you for coming in and giving us the update this morning, and we really wish you the best in this upcoming week.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you very much.
It was a
All
pleasure.
right. We're going to go ahead and take a break, and when we come back, we'll be talking to representatives of the Alternative Dispute Resolution Association. Stay tuned.